Welcome to Meet the Candidates 2023, a voter education program brought to you by the Shakopee Chamber of Commerce. My name is Tim Zunker, and I'm the president with the Shakopee Chamber and Visitors Bureau. Our hope is that these candidate interviews and profiles will help you, the voter, understand your choices when it comes to the 2023 special election for Shakopee City Council. We ask voters to arm themselves with the information necessary to make educated choices and to make casting your vote a priority. Please visit the Shakopee Chamber website at shakopee.org to find out more information about the upcoming special election for Shakopee City Council. Now I'd like to introduce Ian Osborn, who is running for the council seat in the special election. Ian, thank you for joining us today. Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, first, thank you very much, Tim, for hosting this Meet the Candidates thing. I really appreciate what you do for the city of Shakopee, and I want to thank you for that. My name is Ian Osborn. I am 33 years old. I'm an attorney here in Shakopee. I ran for the last general election. Didn't win that one, but I guess I didn't get the message, and I'm running again just in case it goes better this time. I look forward to serving this wonderful city in any way that I can.
Great. Thanks, Ian. Let's get started with the questions.
Absolutely.
So why are you running for city council?
I'm running for city council because I can speak truth to power. I have not been bought off by anyone, and this day and age, that is saying something. That is to not be in the pocket of big interests, and because I can genuinely do a good job. I've made my living off of critical thinking, being an attorney, and I know that I can do great things for the city. Primarily, I want to focus on veterans issues. I have a very compassionate part of my heart goes out to veterans with mental illnesses. That's what I studied in my undergraduate, and I feel I can be tremendously helpful in helping to develop new strategies to deal with this overwhelming problem.
Great. Thanks, Ian. What skills and experience would you bring to the city council?
Well, my whole life has been leading up to this moment. I mean, I've been a bartender and a server, and I've learned to talk to people, but listen to, and to really understand their needs. And I think that people do too much talking these days and not enough listening to the constituents and what they want. I believe that I can bridge that gap, so to speak.
Great. Thanks, Ian. What have you done in the past to positively impact the city of Shakopee?
Well, as I said, I'm an attorney here. I previously did public defense work. That means I was helping people that were incarcerated and charged with crimes, but can't really afford the services of an attorney. And so what I did was, it wasn't great pay, but that to me is a work of passion. It's getting the justice system moving and giving everyone the defense they deserve. Other than that, I frequent all of our local eateries. Wampak's is one of my favorite places in the world. You can find me there way more often than you should be able to. The biscuits and gravy is to die for, but I digress. What I've done for this city is I've made it my home, and I want to better it in every way that I can using the skills that I have developed this far in life.
Great. Thank you, Ian. What is your opinion of tax increment financing and its use in bringing economic development projects to Shakopee?
Now, this is a tough one. The RAR facility was a great success for the TAF projects. It brought a cornerstone to the economy here in Shakopee. But the problem is we don't need any more cornerstones. We don't need our funding, our hard-earned taxpayer money going to private companies. So all in all, I'm very against tax incremental financing, the RAR being one exception because it seems to be, well, I think it was best said that RAR is Shakopee. I mean, it's been around since 1847. They've been an integral part of our community. And I feel that when they had tough times and they needed to expand, those benefits directly impacted everyone in the city. As far as new developments goes, we don't need more of that. We have a steady flow of people coming in, new businesses wanting to start right here because we have done such a great job at creating a thriving economy in the midst of a terrible, terrible national depression, pretty much. So I feel that a TIF project is basically using a defibrillator. It's shocking the economy into working. We don't need that. We need responsible growth at a reasonable rate. We don't need a jump start right now.
Great. Thank you, Ian. Expanding on economic development, what role should the city of Shakopee have in attracting new businesses to Shakopee or helping existing businesses expand?
Sure. I feel the primary goal of the city of Shakopee should be to create a safe environment and to create a place where businesses want to come. We've already done that, and we need to continue doing that by keeping taxes low, our streets safe and plowed with this weather. That's definitely important, keeping everything open. But seriously, it's the last thing we want is to turn into mini Minneapolis and have windows broken, things burned down. The goal should be keeping the city safe, and that by itself will attract businesses. I mean, it's made me want to live here. It's made me want to call this place my home.
Great. Thank you, Ian. What do you see as the most important issues facing Shakopee, and what would you do to address them?
Well, as I was just saying, the fear of turning into a smaller version of Minneapolis is a big problem. It's a fear that people legitimately have. And I feel that by supporting our police force, by having a well-rounded community, all in all, that is the best way to move forward.
Great. Thank you. And in your opinion, should city taxes be reduced? And if so, how should spending be reduced to balance the budget?
Now, taxes are essential for the key components of a city, absolutely. We have to fund our projects for the veterans that I mentioned before. There's a free lunch program going on currently that obviously you can't be against providing for the needy children that want to eat. I mean, that may be the only meal they eat all day. Those are examples of good uses of funds. What are not good uses of funds are seen when you go line by line through the budget. And there's always extra fat, extra pork to cut out of the budget. One that I can think of specifically deals with subcontracting. The city currently has a lot of subcontracting deals with private companies that are really just redos of work that have already been done. By cutting out these contracts, by having people do the job they were actually assigned to do originally, I think that could save enormous amounts of money. There was one project I was looking at in particular. It was a wetland survey. And in this wetland survey, the same wetlands were surveyed 3 times. That's a waste of money. That doesn't need to happen. And things like that are costing millions of dollars to Shakopee residents every year. So if we can cut those things out and get to the core of what our taxes should be for keeping the roads clear and safe, keeping community moving, thriving, and producing those for the most in need, our children and our veterans.
Great. Thank you, Ian. That is all the questions I had, so I'd like to give you the opportunity to give your closing statement and message to the voters.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, my name is Ian Osborn, and I'm running for Shakopee City Council for you. I want to do the best I can for the people that I've grown so fond of. And it's such a great place to live. If you want to help and support me, you can go to osbornforoffice.com. That's Osborn, the number 4, office.com. And I hope to have earned your vote, and I'll see you out there on April 11th.
Great. Thank you, Ian. The views expressed in these interviews are those of the candidates, not those of the Chamber and Visitors Bureau. The Chamber is sponsoring these interviews as a service to the community and has gone to great lengths to ensure the objectivity. The Chamber does not endorse any candidate, but seeks to provide you, the citizens and voters of Shakopee, with the information you need to make an informed choice. The Shakopee Chamber and Visitors Bureau extends a sincere thank you to the candidates. Thank you again, Ian. We appreciate your time and your service to our community by running for office. You are performing an important service to us all. Again, thank you for joining us for this edition of Meet the Candidates 2023. Thank you, Ian.
And thank you very much, Tim.
Thank you.